Sure.
We shall. It's a chair on start. So start. Good afternoon, learners. Are you good? Yeah, I'm also good. So today we'll be reading about length. We'll be reading about what? Length. Length. And then on length we'll be reading about practical measuring. So before we go into our lesson, let's go look at the learning intentions and the learning and the success criteria. Our learning intentions, we are learning to
know and understand how to measure objects using the correct measuring tools.
Can you speak louder so that we are learning to?
We are learning to know and understand how to measure objects using the correct measuring tools.
We are learning to know and understand how to measure objects using the correct measuring tools. Then our success criteria, I can
use measuring units.
Number one, I can list measuring units, meaning that by the end of the lesson you should be able to list measuring units. And then the second one, I can
list measuring instruments.
I can list measuring instruments. You will be also be required to list measuring instruments. And then the third one, I can
use measuring instruments.
You can even look at that board if you can see properly. Number three, I can use
measuring instruments.
I can use measuring instruments. You should be also, by the end of the lesson, you should also be able to use measuring instrument. And then the last one, I can
identify correct measuring instruments for the different objects.
I can identify correct measuring instruments for different objects. So among you in class, who can tell me what length is? What is length?
Length is the distance from point A to point B.
Distance of an object from point A to point B. Right? Then how long something is from one end to another. Meaning, for this table, if you want to know the length of this table, this will be our point A, and then this is our point B. So length is measuring the distance from point A to point B. Then our introduction. Let's see. Imagine your parents.
Imagine your parents ask you, what is the height of the door, the TV stand, or any other object at home? What tool would you use to measure?
Can you stop there? What they say? Imagine your parents ask you what is the height of the door, the TV stand, or any other object at home. What tool would you use to measure? What tool would you use to measure, and which of these two?
Oh, for the door, you can use a tape measure.
For the door, you can use a tape measure. Can you call a friend? Then Mungami, what would you use to measure TV stand?
I can also use a tape measure.
A tape measure. Okay, so for example, what would you use to measure a pencil?
You can use a ruler to measure a pencil.
You can use a ruler to measure a pencil. Okay, so let's continue. Then there are three types of systems used to measure different things. And here in South Africa, we use the metric system for its simplicity and the decimal-based structure. So these three systems, what does it say? Three systems, or different systems. The first one we have. So before we get to them, these systems you can also refer them to measuring units. Measuring what?
Units.
Measuring units. So we focus on only 4 measuring units in this class, which are millimeters, centimeters, meters, and kilometers. So these measuring units are different in size, meaning that you will be using this measuring unit depending on the size of the object you are measuring. So first we're looking at the millimeters. Which measuring instrument, according to you, can we find millimeters? Measuring instruments. Remember, measuring instruments, rulers, tape measures, measuring tapes, odometers, and a ruler. On a ruler you'll find millimeters, right?
Yes.
And also you'll also find centimeters, and then meters. Where can you find meters? Meter stick, right? Also measuring tape. Does anyone know the difference between measuring tape and a tape measure? Sorry, I'm going to say that. Then kilometers. What do we use to measure kilometers? Odometer, right? Use odometer. Then let's continue. Types of measuring instruments. So these are the measuring instruments we mentioned, right? The first one, this is a odometer. Where do you find an odometer? On a car, right? And then the second one is a tape measure. You see, this is a tape measure, right? And then the measuring tape is the one you use for, measuring your waist. Have you seen those designers when they measure waist? Then you also have a meter stick. And then we also have a triangle wheel. Does anyone know a triangle wheel?
Yes.
What is a triangle wheel?
To measure mostly the building, for example. You push it around, it's like a bicycle.
Yeah, there's a wheel, right? A stick. So then I'd like to hand over to the next presenter to come and continue.
Good morning, class.
Morning, sir.
Now, before we start, I would like to ask, what did you guys learn from Mr. Chris? Raise your hand. I need to see hands. Okay.
Length is the distance between point A and point B.
Let's clap hands for him. Anything else? Okay, the lady at the back. There we go.
So we have learned that length has different types of measuring tools.
Yes.
For example, a ruler, a tape measure,
Yes.
a meter stick, and
Yes.
odometer.
Odometer.
Or odometer.
Let's repeat. Odometer.
Yes.
Have you guys seen an odometer? How it looks like? Now let me draw it for you, ne? Are we all looking?
Yes.
So if you've seen in a car, when you enter a car, you see something like this, and then it has numbers. It has 0 here, it has 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100. And then here it has kilometers. Have you guys seen something like this in a car? Or maybe when you're traveling on a taxi? Now this is the odometer. Now what it does is that, let's say for example, you are in a car dealership, ne? And then the car is manufactured, ne? It has not moved, it has not done anything. It will be on 0 here. Are we all here? Once the car moves, let's say for example it moves from Sosha north to Sosha south, it will start to increase here. Are we all here?
Yes.
So it'll, let's say maybe for example, it's how many kilometers? Let's estimate, because that's what we'll be doing today.
2 kilometers.
Anyone else? Okay, I would say maybe 5. Ne? So here it will increase. When you reach here, it will be 5. Are we all here?
Yes.
And then another instrument that you can use is the triangle wheel. Have you all seen a triangle wheel before? Okay. So a triangle wheel is more like this. Can we all see?
Yes.
So this is what you do with the triangle wheel. You push it, ne? And then how it starts, let me see if you guys will be able to see the picture here. Okay, unfortunately it's not here. But this is how it looks like. Let me draw a bigger one here. Can we all see?
Yes.
So as you move, it calculates how many meters. Let's say for example, I'm pushing from here to that point. 1, 2, let's go.
3, 4, 5,
And then when I stop here, it's how many meters?
5 meters.
5 meters. That's how it works. And the other one is a simple one. It's a ruler. We all know how a ruler works, ne?
Yes.
And then the other one is a meter
Stick.
meter stick. A meter stick, we mostly use it for doors. Can anyone tell me How many meters is a door? Because all doors have the same meters. If you can go everywhere in your house and you measure the door of your house and you go to your friend and measure the door and you go to your other friend, it will be the same meters. What's that exact amount or exact meter of a typical door? Can anyone guess? It's 2 meters. Are we all here?
Yes, sir.
So you must know wherever you go, the door will be 2 meters. When they make doors, they stick to that formula of 2 meters. Are we all clear?
Yes, sir.
And then the other instrument is the tape measure. Have we all seen a tape measure?
Yes.
Are we all sure?
Yes.
Where have you seen a tape measure before? Area? Anywhere else? Building,
Building, construction.
construction work, ne? So we're gonna do a brief exercise, ne? But before we start, I want us to go back to the learning intentions, ne? Just to check if you guys are all listening, ne? So the learning intentions, I'm gonna read first and then you guys will follow, ne? Learning intentions. We are learning to know and understand how to measure objects using the correct measuring tools.
We are learning to know and understand how to measure objects using the correct measuring tools.
And then at the end of the lesson, this is what I need you guys to know at the end of the lesson, eh? So these are the success criteria. I can list measuring units.
List measuring units.
I can
List
measuring instruments.
measuring instruments.
I can use measuring instruments.
Use measuring instruments.
I can
Identify
correct measuring instruments for different objects.
measuring instruments for different objects.
Okay, now this is our activity for today, ne? It's in your textbook, the Platinum Viva Platinum, ne? Viva
Yes.
Platinum. Okay, Tabiso will stand up and collect the textbooks for us. You can, in the meantime, you can walk and go take the textbooks to the class. Yeah, while he does that, ne? So I'm gonna do the example in the meantime while he goes and collects the textbook, ne?
Yes, sir.
So the instructions are using the correct measuring instruments listed above. Measure the following: the length of your exercise book. Okay, books out. Okay, are we all there? So what instrument are you going to use to measure your books?
A ruler.
A ruler, ne?
Yes.
So this is what you're going to do, ne? Let me see if I have a ruler in here. I think I forgot my ruler, ne? But I will make an example, ne? So this is your ruler, ne? I'm gonna draw one, ne? If you don't have one, you can make one. And then let's say, for example, this is my exercise book. Are we all here?
Yes.
So this is my ruler. So it will be how many centimeters?
3 centimeters.
3 centimeters. So number 1 will be,
3 centimeters.
and then number 2, I'm going to give you a chance to do number 2, 3, and 4, ne?
Yes.
You'll do it just now when Tabiso gives you the textbook. And then for your homework, it will be sent on the school group chat, ne?
Yes.
I'll send it there, then you can ask your parents to assist, ne? Okay, we went to the learning intentions. Okay, so we can list measuring units. Were we all clear with the measuring units? Sis said there were how many? 4. What was the first one? Centimeter. The other one? The other one?
Meter.
Last one? Kilometers. There's only 4, ne?
Yes.
And then next year we'll add other ones. And then the instruments spoke of. Odo. Other one.
Triangle.
The other one.
Tape measure.
Tape measure. Okay, for different objects, let's say explain. When you, let's say maybe you're measuring a book, what will you use?
A ruler.
A ruler. Let's say, for example, you're measuring a distance from social south to social north. Odometer. Are we all clear?
Yes.
Okay, that's it. You finish the homework that I'll send on the group chat. Ne?
Yes.
See you guys tomorrow.
Thank you.